Hello and welcome to the Daily Moth. Today we have 4 top stories. The first is the UCLA shooting that happened yesterday, and the victim has been identified as well as the shooter. The shooter's name is Sitar, and the professor, who's an engineering professor, his name is William Klug. And Klug is married and has 2 children as well. It's so devastating. Malik and Klug did have a relationship before this, but it was not a good relationship. Malik had blamed Klug for stealing his computer, as well as some other things. On a number of different sites, Malik said that Klug was a sick person, and that other students should stay away from the professor. The UCLA community supported Klug, and Klug actually ended up helping Malik with his dissertation, and the disagreement seemed to be solved. And he actually thanked Klug for helping him with the dissertation. And I think there is more to the story there, and we will keep investigating and let you know how exactly Malik did end up killing Klug. And the interpreter would ask for clarification on the names. It also happened that in the killer's home there was a list found of potential victims for a future kill. And there was also a woman found dead in his home too, and it was his wife. It's very shocking. The police have said that people on the list are okay, and that Malik was unable to find the second professor in order to kill him. Malik was able to buy a handgun in his home state, and actually had 3 guns as well. So there was a house fire in Fremont, and there was a man inside who died. The police had actually surrounded the house beforehand. The man was a suspect in a shooting that killed 2 police officers. The suspect there was a multiple fires into the house, as well as out from the house, and there are people who are in critical condition, as well as one that is okay. This happened about 2 to 3 in the morning, and the police made contact with the suspect, but he barricaded himself in the house. The police tried to continue to contact by phone as well. The SWAT team was deployed on the site, and they threw tear gas and other things into the house, and then the house eventually started on fire. They say it was a defensive fire because they were trying to force the person out of the house. The fire department did come, but they stayed back. But the other homes in the area remained safe. The man never came out, the suspect never came out of the house. He did have a gun, and so no one went into the fire because he was armed and dangerous. The man died in a closet in the fire, and it happened from 3 miles from the Fremont Deaf School. It happened, the house was on Roberts Avenue, and that's where the fire happened. As you probably know, Prince died a while ago, and it was ruled a suicide. So he killed himself by overdosing on fentanyl. Fentanyl is used for patients with serious pain. And they said that Prince himself overdosed and died. And he was found in an elevator outside of Prince's home. You know, Prince hadn't been partying for a while. He had been clean, so it seems that the reason is not clear why he overdosed at this time. It is possible that he had been suffering from many years with pain in his feet from shoes and dancing. A few years before Prince died, he did contact one of his doctors who was a professional, and the doctor did say that Prince may have been addicted to the painkillers. But yes, Prince had been found on an elevator, and 7 days before there was an emergency landing of his aircraft for the medical reasons. And the sickness was some sort of bronchitis or something. But I believe now it has been ruled as an opiate overdose. And he was able to leave the hospital after the emergency plane landing. There has been a number of famous people who have died from drug overdose, and we hope that Prince rests in peace. So the flooding and rain in Texas has been increasingly worse. There have been 3 soldiers in an army base that had passed away, and several people who are missing. They were all in a vehicle, and they rode over water, and the vehicle flipped over. 3 of the soldiers have been pronounced dead. The others that are living, they are searching for. And there have been many deaths related with the flooding in Texas and the large amount of rain that they've received. There's been a lot of rain throughout the northern and southern parts of Texas. It's a lot of bad news today, so I hope that the future news becomes more positive. Tomorrow, I'm going out to St. Louis for a celebration with other deaf people, so I hope you have a wonderful weekend, and please, if you're driving in Texas, don't drive through the flooded water. Stay safe and stay dry, and we'll see you next week. Thanks.